Welcome to Media and Me. I'm Dr. Ray Gozzi Jr. I teach in the television radio department at Ithaca College, Ithaca, New York. And the title of today's episode is The Medium is the Message. Now, this was a phrase coined by Marshall McLuhan, who was one of the first media gurus back in the 1950s and 60s. And the phrase, the medium is the message, confused a lot of people, as McLuhan knew it would. He was very good at coining phrases that would get people to think. Now, usually people think of the medium as what is between a sender and a receiver. And the sender says something or sends something and it goes through a medium, the message goes through the medium, and the receiver gets it, but the medium itself is not thought of as the message. And McLuhan wanted to try and get people to understand that with television and electronic media coming generally, the medium was going to play a very important role. And people went back and forth on this, and this is the 50s and 60s. And we're now half a century beyond this, and the medium, of course, has become humongous. And I think it's very clear what the message is from the media, at least in the United States. And the message is buy stuff, become a consumer. And the message is really be happy by buying stuff. Do you have any problems? Here, we've got something you can buy that will solve the problem. And thousands of ads come at us really all the time. And this is the message. Buy. It worked on me. I love to buy stuff. I make collections and do all kinds of things. My wife is very tired of me bringing stuff in that clutters up our apartment. And it works. It's powerful. So that's the message. Here's the problem. The problem is that the Earth's resources are being overused, particularly by American consumers. We consume a lot of the Earth's resources, and what's even worse is we create a lot of garbage. And what lately people have been looking at is the plastic that winds up in the oceans. And it's eaten by different microorganisms, and those are eaten by the fish and so on. And so there's plastic in the fish. And then we eat the fish. And so there's the plastic has come full circle back to us. And this level of consumption is unsustainable. It can't continue. And this is our dilemma. I think on the one hand, a lot of us know, particularly younger people know, that we consume too much stuff. And on the other hand, we're surrounded by media constantly telling us, buy, by. So this is a cultural conflict that's going on. And each one of us is a scene of that conflict. Now, I don't have any clear, simple rules for you to follow. You're going to have to figure out for yourself how to deal with this. But this is an extremely important conflict that's going to impact you probably for the rest of your life, and that we're all going to try and figure out how to solve. If you're interested, by the way, in Marcia McLuhan at all, there's a very good book called Digital McLuhan by Paul Levinson that I would recommend, and you will find a lot of interesting ideas discussed there. That's it. I'm done. Thanks for listening.